Hey, grab a pen and paper real quick. I want to show you a two-level process that's working really well for surgeons. I'll wait a second while you grab a pen. If you're like most surgeons, you're tired of marketing dollars being wasted on ineffective strategies, like SEO, social media, TV, and radio ads, that don't give you a substantial return on investment. In fact, the media outlet you use has less to do with your results than the message you broadcast. And in today's information age, data-driven behavioral marketing allows us to get the right message to the right person at the right time. Imagine this scenario. What if you were suddenly recognized as a global expert and authority in the medical field? And what if you suddenly became in great demand regardless of your price? And what if you became a celebrity in your niche and spent most of your time on procedures that paid you the most? And what if in doing so, you could have your patients promote you to family and friends? And what if the whole process was fully automated and flew totally under the radar, and your patients actually thanked you for it? Sounds like a stretch? My other clients used to think so too, until it happened to them. You see, in the past few years, I've made my high-level clients millions of dollars in the medical industry. I've also used the exact same strategies I'm about to show you to become the world's most sought-after and highest-paid direct response internet marketing copywriter and consultant to the medical specialties industry. The reason why I get the exact same results from my clients was because we followed a proven formula. And that formula's foundation is based off neuro-linguistic programming. Here it is, my two-level formula for successful surgeons. This magical two-level process destroys your competition and puts stacks of cash right back into your business. The level 1 patient reactivation and retention consists of, first, we call select surgical patients who became inactive. We call them, ask them how they're doing, invite them in for a follow-up visit, and then we route the call to your office to schedule the patient to come back. Number 2, we automate an online review writing process. Every patient that walks into your door gets a personalized email asking for a review. If you don't ask, they won't give. Furthermore, we've streamlined the review process to just a couple of clicks to make it convenient and easy for them. Studies show 20% of patients that are asked to write a positive review end up doing so. What number of patients represents 20% in your practice? And finally, we publish a monthly newsletter specific to your specialty with the specific purpose of generating referrals. And this does wonders with maintaining relationships with existing patients, and more importantly, it keeps them out of the hands of the competition. Here's an example of a call that was made to a patient who hadn't been seen for 13 months and ended up coming back and becoming a surgical patient. Take a listen.
Sean from Dr. office. How are you, sir?
I'm doing okay.
He wanted to have you come in to review your MRI results. Are you available tomorrow to come in? So all he wants to do is just go over it with you in person. And tomorrow he has a couple of slots available. Let me just look at my calendar here. I have a 3:30 slot available tomorrow, John. Does that work for you?
3:30? 3:15, 3:30 is all the same. I'm gonna get there at 3. Yeah, 'cause I got to do something. I mean, I can't live on this pain meds for the rest of my life.
The pain's still there is what you're saying. You're acknowledging that.
Oh, huge. Oh yeah. I don't know what to do at this point. I mean, other than I got to get to the end of this. And I got to get somebody to agree on where the problem is. You know, this is a second fuse joint I've had, and I'm still in pain.
I marked you in the calendar for 3:15 tomorrow.
Okay, thank you very much. I'll see you tomorrow.
My pleasure.
If this doctor didn't employ this strategy in his business, he would have definitely lost this patient to his competitor. And best of all, everything we do is always HIPAA compliant. Now for the fun stuff. The level 2 patient acquisition strategy. First off, we target prospects based on behavioral and psychological values. We acquire data specific to your specialty in your geographical location. Our ads follow your target audience anywhere they go online on all devices they use. Our ads are served to select people on all major sites, including CNN, Comcast.com, ESPN, WebMD. Well, you get the point. Copywriting is probably the most underutilized strategy in any kind of advertising. We use words that sell, using NLP matching our target audience with the outcome they desire. All our copywriting has specific call to action that gets patients to respond to our ads with the specific purpose of getting them into your office. We create world-class content to get them to respond. Your landing pages, your sales funnel, back-end follow-up sequences, all the tech stuff is all taken care of in-house. We also provide you with a detailed return on investment report monthly, so you know exactly what you spent to acquire a patient, and more importantly, what the value of that patient was. Here's an example of a client that wanted to focus on rhinoplasty with a patient value of $7,500. As you can see, we got 300 visitors that showed interest in our ads and entered into our sales funnel. Of the 300 prospects, 15 of them became consultations. Of the 15 consultations, 8 were booked for immediate procedures. And the 7 other consultations that didn't book immediately went directly to the level 1 sequence for patient retention. You see, the average consumer is contacted 7 times before they commit. So level 1 is a phenomenal strategy to reel these drop-off patients right back in. So now you see how this is all coming in full circle? It's important to note that this statement shows what the earnings per click was. My client made $200 every time someone clicked our ad, and that formula is based off of the value per acquisition. In this case, it was $7,500. Bottom line, my stuff works, and I know that if we work together, you'll make money. My fee for implementing this 2-level process is $4,875 monthly. But if you really think about it, it really doesn't cost you anything, because I expect to make you much more than $4,875 in the very first month. And if we keep working together over the next 12 months, I'm confident I can double your entire business at minimum. In fact, here's my giant balls promise to you. You find our service to be incredibly valuable, or we'll give you a full refund. Think about it. I'm personally implementing a profit plan that costs time and money, and I'm guaranteeing your total satisfaction. Who else would do that? Nobody. I checked. But I'm happy to put it on the line like this because my clients always get results. We guarantee it. Now, this is not for everybody. Here's who I can help. I'm extremely picky about who I'll speak with, and I've got a strict but reasonable set of criteria that needs to be met in order for us to proceed. First, you have to have a solid business already. This offer is for physicians who are up and running already and simply want to run a lot faster and a lot farther. 2, you must have a steady flow of patients. You don't have to be everywhere or huge. I just need you to be present in your marketplace. 3, you must have a patient list. It doesn't really need to be that big, just responsive, satisfied patients. And last but not least, you must have a good and solid reputation. You see, everything we do together will not only be bringing you more profits, but we'll be doing it in a way that creates massive goodwill in your marketplace. Now here's what I want you to do next. First, you'll need to fill out an application. Don't worry, it's simple and unobtrusive. I just need to know what procedures you're doing most and get an idea of what procedures you would like more of and so forth. Now here's what happens after that. Once we have your application, we will schedule a day and time to speak. We could coordinate this with your office manager, assistant, whoever you designate. Our initial call will be between 20 and 30 minutes. This is where we really begin working to figure out exactly what it is you want and how to make it happen. We'll painstakingly review your goals, your offers, and so forth, and we'll deliver a plan to bring you money immediately. If you see the value in becoming a high value client, great, we'll talk about it. And in the unlikely scenario you don't want to become a client, that's okay too. You'll never hear a sales pitch from us. By the way, we've never had a physician feel like their time was wasted, ever. Now, time is of the essence. This opportunity is extremely limited because of the intense one-on-one time needed in order to provide you with results. Therefore, it is physically impossible for me to work with more than a handful of clients. Also, to maintain exclusiveness, we only work with one specialty within a given radius. Now, you should realize there's a very large demand for personal one-on-one help from me, and what I'm offering to you is unprecedented. So with that said, know that the window of opportunity won't be open long. So if you feel like this is right for you and you're ready to blow your competition away, click below and let's get started.